Good evening, it's June 21st, 2025, and it's time for my devotionals. Won't you join me?
In God's purpose for your life.
June 21st, the turnaround. You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, in order to bring about this present result, to preserve many people alive. Genesis 50:20. The God you serve loves to turn seemingly hopeless situations around completely. Take Joseph, for example. He was sold into slavery by his brothers and dragged off to Egypt. Joseph gained some prominence there, but due to the unfair and false accusations of another, he spent years in an Egyptian prison. To many, it may have appeared that God had forsaken Joseph. Rejected by family, enslaved, and imprisoned, what hope could he possibly have? To the unknowing eye, his was a useless, wasted life. But God looked on Joseph and saw someone who stayed faithful despite the trials. Joseph honored the Lord and served others with godly devotion. And when the time was right, God turned everything around by raising Joseph up to lead Egypt, second in command to Pharaoh himself. Likewise, there may be aspects of your life that feel hopeless. The most important thing you can do is remain faithful to Jesus, because when you do, you invite the Lord to be glorified in your life. So don't lose heart, but honor God. He can and will turn your situation around in ways you cannot imagine. Jesus, you can turn anything around. Thank you for working all things together for my good. Amen.
And in trusting God with every breath.
June 21st. Poison. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. Proverbs 18:21 ESV. Are you affected by poison? We never knowingly ingest the stuff. I'm talking about subtle poison, toxic people or situations, lies from the pit. Poison like that is all around, infecting us easier than ingesting liquid. What should you do when, without warning, you find yourself amid poison? Refuse to participate. Isn't that what they teach kids about drugs? You bet. It's good advice. Refuse. Set your mind against participating. Poison is meant to inflict pain, cutting you to the core. Don't let it. Keep your head and rise above it. It sounds simple, but it's pretty hard. Our nature tends to succumb to temptation. In this case, succumbing to the temptation of pain. Pain is familiar. Anger is familiar. Disappointment is familiar. These toxic reactions are poison. I have an example. Someone once brought gifts for everyone except for me. It was a pointed attack meant to harm. If I had to let the poison sink deep, anger and depression would have clung to my soul. Instead, I refused to participate, letting the disappointment fall to the ground. Poof. If I had let the toxic power take hold, the poison would have won, which is just what the other person wanted. Battling toxic people or situations can only be done with God. He is on your side. He is present, fighting for you. He wants every good thing for you. Don't you want to be on his side? You can be when you resist toxic people and situations. Try it. I have complete confidence in you, with God. What poison do you participate with? Stop. Don't let it affect you. Cling to God's peace and your identity in Him instead. If Joseph had let the poison around him sink in, he would not have experienced the turnaround. And we too can have that kind of turnaround. I hope you have a blessed day.